Hi guys, my name is Nicolette Mashile. I am also known as The Financial Bunny. Welcome to The Financial Bunny TV. Today we're looking at exploring risk management and how you can make sure that you're safeguarding, those investments and the money that you're earning, especially when you are trading. Understanding that trading is quite a high risk, so we must make sure that we've got the right risk mitigation strategy to ensure that we minimize the losses, right? And that is quite important because when we talk about risk management, we're not talking about completely taking away risk, because we know that trading financial markets is inherently risky. So it comes with all sorts of different types of risk. However, looking at those probabilities, we can put in the right mitigation strategies to try and minimize any type of financial loss. Now, this video is brought in partnership with OctaFX. OctaFX is an international broker where you can trade currencies, you can trade stock, you can trade crypto, so different types of financial instruments. Do remember though, before I carry on with this video, that none of my videos constitute as financial advice. If you are looking for financial advice, please do speak to somebody who is certified and registered with the FSCA. So let's help you safeguard your money with OctaFX, especially if you're going to be trading off the platform. Step number one, the most important thing that you need to look at when you are putting together these risk mitigation tools, one is what we call the reward to risk ratio. This is looking at the potential reward in relation to the potential loss. A lot of us, we don't look at it that way. We get really excited. We've heard about economic event that's going to happen. We're looking at the opportunities that are there in the market. We're hearing, oh, you know what, there may be a potential that the rand is going to gain momentum over the dollar if that's our currency pair, and we jump into it. Now, you've got to look at the risk to reward ratio so that you can adjust the position accordingly, right? It's important to do that. The second thing is to diversify. Diversify the different assets that you're going to be trading. Make sure that an event that's going to happen is not going to knock all of their trades because you've traded in the same asset class or you've traded in the same financial instrument. Try and make sure that you are diversifying, currencies here, indices here, CFDs here, crypto here, just so that you can make sure, or stock here, just so that you can make sure that you can ride the wave of a potential loss if there is going to be one based on one asset class. So diversification is quite an important one. The last one that I want you to think about is what we call a stop loss. Guys, manage yourself. Protect yourself from yourself. Put in those stop losses. Stop losses are quite key. And I got to learn about stop losses when I was actually investing in the stock market, right? So I would, for instance, want to put out a position. I want to sell, but I'm only willing to sell up to a certain price or a certain price per share, right? So that is important, because if I put a stop loss of saying, look, this trade must not go through if it's going to be below a certain amount of money, or you must sell immediately. So trigger a sell instruction immediately if the share price of a specific share goes below a specific price. These are stop losses. This is you saying, listen, at this point, I'm going to be losing quite a substantial amount of money. So I'd rather put in an instruction to either stop the trade or to sell or to buy immediately. So whichever one the instruction is, but that's how you put in your stop loss to ensure that you are mitigating those things. Now, how does OctaFX help you to be able to facilitate all those types of tools? The first one, guys, which is very, very important, is education. I cannot stress enough how important your education is going to be if you are going to go into the world of trading. This journey into building your finances and your wealth is very, very key. I mean, it's key to be educated in all other aspects of investing and trading, but I think specifically if you're going to be trading, you need to understand, what are you actually analyzing? What type of a trader are you? Are you a sentimental trader? Are you somebody who's going to look at price fluctuation? Are you somebody who's going to look at market events? You need to understand the type of trader you are, the type of strategies that you're going to employ when you are going to be putting out these trade positions. That is quite key. And OctaFX gives you all of this information. So they've got the basics course. They've got what we call indicators on their website, where you can read about market events. You can read about what could potentially happen. So there's a world of information that is available on the OctaFX website that you should go to www.octafx.com, and you can get all of this information, right? So that's step number one. Step number two is by automating these risk mitigation strategies, right? So you can put in your stop loss orders, you can put in your take profit orders, and of course you can put in your trailing stops to make sure that you've got that exit when you need it and it happens automatically. So you're not sitting in front of your computer the entire time, literally watching what the markets are doing and then having to manually do it yourself. No, you can actually automate those risk management strategies. And for you to be able to use these things, you do need to have that real-time data, the real-time information, the patterns, insights. I think insights are such a big thing when it comes to trading the market, because you need to know, I always say we want to facilitate trades, but we don't actually know, the markets or what's happening in the markets in which we are facilitating these trades in. If you don't even know if you look at, let's say, the last interest rate hike, you would have known, or you have seen a pattern by now that the US federal government will make a price hike of interest rates, and then South Africa kind of follows suit afterwards, right? And in the first run, when we hiked our interest rates, the rand actually gained momentum. Now in the last one, the rand was actually losing momentum. So these are types of insights that you need to have to be able to facilitate profit-making trades. And that is what OctaFX platform gives you. It gives you that information so that you are able to analyze these insights and make a well-informed decision. That is part of risk mitigation. Having well-informed trade positions and making sure that while you are opening those trade positions, you are also keeping the reward to risk ratio to a point where you can actually facilitate how big or how small those positions are actually going to be. This is very important when it comes to making sure that you are safeguarding your money and you're preserving your capital. It's no use today you win 100,000 Rand from your profits and then tomorrow you're losing 110,000 Rand. That doesn't help. It doesn't even encourage you to want to do it again the next day. So make sure that you've got a formidable risk management strategy and use the OctaFX platform to really help you in facilitating or crafting your own risk mitigation strategy. And that concludes this video of exploring our risk mitigation strategy and how OctaFX can help you in safeguarding your money off their platform if you do trade with the OctaFX trading app.